Hey, what's up everybody? It's Uncle Mad, Aunt Jesta, even Nephew P. We're going downtown for the Nashville SC Man in Black Johnny Cash jersey release festival. They're actually calling it a festival this year. Should be fun. There's gonna be live music, player appearances, gonna pick up the jersey. I pre-ordered mine. Yeah, I did. I pre-ordered mine. So I just gotta pick it up and grab it. Chivanadas is going to be there. Jesta's excited for that, right, Jesta? Chivanadas? Should be a fun day getting the new jersey. Really excited for this. Although I have heard that it is a mess downtown because the Predators game is at 1 o'clock today. So basically everybody is all going to downtown Nashville all at the same time. So it should be fun. Why are you looking at me like that?
Are we going to be able to get Bree and the baby a jersey? Because we didn't pre-order it?
Yeah, they're song there. They just gave season ticket members the chance to pre-order it in advance if they wanted. This was like 2 weeks ago when nobody even was talking to me about things. All right, let's go to the show, festival thing, whatever it's called. So they were doing a big push that the Preds game was at 1 o'clock, and so you could go to the Preds game, go to the event before, and then even come back out, and the event would still be going after the Predators game. But I think this was probably not the best idea to do both at the same time because downtown Nashville is a mess right now. I mostly blame Jesta. I swear I wasn't in downtown Nashville like maybe more than like twice a year for like the last 3 years. Now I've been down here like 50 times in the last couple of weeks. It's wild.
Because it was close.
So it was a little crowded at the event. I think kind of the combination of the Preds game about to start and just kind of that first wave of people rushing to get there. So we decided to grab some food, and I'm sure Jessica will have a alcoholic drink here. We've tried to go here before, but this will be our first time because it was too crowded last time we were here. Almost Friday Sporting Club. And look, just like in my honorary hometown of New York, we have bodegas. Nephew P's got some sliders. Jesta has some avocado toast. Which one do I get? I have something here called a polar espresso. I understand it's like a frozen espresso martini. Not a drinker, so I don't know what any of that means, but here's a try. It's like a refreshing coffee frappuccino type drink. Cheers. Hey, crowds have thinned. Oh, there's Sheamus. Sheamus is here. I guess he's not at Elimination Chamber tonight then. Bag is secured. Pre-order was the way to go. Walked right up and right at it. Check this out. Tempo's decked out in new Johnny Cash gear. He's looking fire. Good look for Tempo the Coyote. Oh my gosh, he picked that little boy up and snatched him.
Drop your head down, Morgan.
We lost him. We lost him.
Love it.
He belongs to Tempo now. Hey, maybe the highlight of this event, we got Chivanadas in the house. We are about to have some delicious empanadas. Got Sheamus on the stage, along with Jaleel Anibaba, former player, now brand ambassador.
What were your initial thoughts when you first saw the kid? I think it's awesome. I love it. I mean, the block is amazing. Talking to the tribute to Johnny Cash, it was incredible. It's like, you know, one of the biggest musicians of our time.
This is what I'm talking about. It has been far too long since I had these bad boys. We got one beef, one chicken. I don't know which is which. These t-shirts are fire. I might have to pick up one of these. What'd you get there, Parker?
I got the mascot.
That's pretty cool. His name's Tempo. Remember he picked you up and like tried to powerbomb you earlier? Jesta's got the Man in Black hoodie, the Nashville SC Johnny Cash logo. Spin around, let's see the back, the best part. They have got some fire merch this year. I hooked it up with this t-shirt right here. This is awesome. I can't believe how good the merch is today. It's like we've had no good merch in 3 years and now it's just like merch overload. Gotta say I'm impressed with the scale of this event. It's like 10 times the size of the last few jersey launches. It's pretty cool. Soccer Moses in the house. Looks like he's getting interviewed by the local news or something. Brian Anuga and Fafa Bako, new signing. Meeting and greeting here. Jessica, I've got bad news for you.
What?
I got bad news for you. We got here too late to see Walker Zimmerman. He was doing appearances earlier. Yeah, the handsome man was here earlier.
I feel like you did this on purpose.
The timing just didn't work out. We weren't able to get here early enough for the handsome man. Well, we've been sitting in the parking garage without moving for about 20 minutes. Real fine pickle you got us into this time, Jesta.
This is your fault.
I think we timed leaving wrong. We showed up right when the Predators game was starting, and I think we're leaving right as it got out. So we just have mismanaged the time.
Taking the baby to the bar.
We mismanaged
the bar.
Ooh, there's some people cheering. That must be Preds fans. I'm a Preds fan. I said that like I'm not a Preds fan. There must be some Preds fans out there. I got people that went to the game.
A little bit.
Oh, here we go. Yay! We're still in the parking garage. It's been like an hour. I've never seen anything like this. For everybody that complains about parking at Geodis Park, this is so much worse. Legitimately took us an hour to get out of the library parking garage, and it was because there was 2 idiots directing traffic in the garage who are making everything 100 times worse. 9 out of 10 times, if anybody's directing traffic, be it police or otherwise, they screw things up worse than if they just let traffic work normally. Like, we have systems in place to allow us to traverse the city, traverse parking garages. We don't need idiots coming in and trying to help direct, because they were legit making everything so much worse. We would have been out there in like 20 minutes if those 2 idiots hadn't been trying to help.
Well, because there was the one side that had like 4 cars. There was like 50 deep on the roof. And anytime there was more than like 4 cars, he was letting everybody on that side go and then backing up the 50 deep up to the roof. Like, I don't think he realized how many flippin' cars were just sitting there for 20 minutes. It was fucking ridiculous.
One bro just loved blowing his whistle too.
Oh my God.
Like, thought he was like at the club with Vici on.
My God.
Ugh. Back home after the nightmare of trying to escape the Nashville Public Library parking garage. Holy crap. I've never had that kind of experience in a parking garage. Like I said, complain all you want about the parking at Geodis Park. That was all-time nightmare scenario of trying to escape a parking garage. Whew. All right, so to finish up today, I want to say that event was awesome. That was a step in the right direction for what I'd like to see more of from Nashville SC. The club's got a lot of criticism over the years for not always giving back to the fans, not always doing enough, you know. That was awesome. That event was really cool. And, you know, you go into it and we knew it was a jersey release, but to see how much they're leaning into the partnership, the kind of joining of forces with the Johnny Cash legacy, and to see all the extra merch they had with beyond just the jersey that was like Johnny Cash branded. So cool. Such a cool thing. Gives such a neat new spin on the merchandise. I've been very critical of Nashville SC's merchandise game, you know, since they came into the league. You know, look at this. Like, this is a hoodie I have, and it is as basic a hoodie as you could possibly have. It's, you know, blue Adidas logo, stripes, super basic, and this is kind of par for the course for what their merch has been. They haven't really gone above and beyond in terms of like getting creative with the merchandise, because, you know, the jerseys are always going to be the jerseys, but like that other stuff, like I would buy. It's crazy how little Nashville SC non-jersey merchandise I have. You know, I should have a lot more. Like, I remember when we went to the Louisville City US Open Cup match last year, the away day, I was blown away by how cool all of Louisville City's merchandise was. You know, Hawaiian shirts, little like kind of weird, what do you call those, like beach hat type thing, just so much cool stuff. Like, there was so much stuff where I'm like, I'm not a Louisville City fan, but I kind of wanted to buy everything they had, and I kind of wish Nashville SC had more stuff like this. Today, all the Johnny Cash stuff was a step in the right direction. The t-shirts, the scarves. It's very lucky that I didn't walk out today with like a bajillion extra things and spend like $1 million. If they'd had a hat, I kind of was hoping they had a hat kind of like this that would have been black, but, you know, this is white. But if they had like the kind of same silver kind of chrome lettering, It's on the jersey. I probably would have bought that. They had kind of like an all black hat, but I don't think that was a Johnny Cash theme. I think that's one they've had before. Scarf was awesome. I was very tempted to buy that, but of all the things where prices are getting out of control with some of this stuff, for whatever reason, $40 for a scarf is the one thing I've drawn the line on so far. I do want to talk about the jersey price, because that was a big uproar last week when Nashville SC first sent out the pre-order option to season ticket members. Season ticket members were like flipping out about like how the price increase on the jersey, and they were blaming Nashville SC. They were tweeting at Nashville SC, how dare you charge all this extra money for a jersey, blah, 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 blah. And from the get-go, I was kind of like, I don't think Nashville SC is the one who did that. And now that we've seen everybody else, all the other teams' jerseys come out, it's a flat price across the board. Every single MLS team's jersey is $159.99 for the authentic version. So what does that tell you? It's not the clubs that set that price. It's probably Adidas, maybe MLS together that set that price. So is it too expensive? Is it ridiculous that the price went up? Yes. The jerseys got a lot better this year. They're a lot more creative. They're a lot better designed than they have in the past. So maybe you can say you got a little bit more quality in your jersey than what you got in the past years. I still think it's too expensive, but don't blame Nashville SC. They probably have a hand in it to some degree, but when you see the price as a flat price across the board for every team in the league's jersey, somebody else is making that decision. Don't blame Nashville SC. It's too expensive, yes, but we don't have to blame Nashville SC for everything that goes wrong around the team. Some of it is outside of their hands on this one. So with that being said, let's show off what I actually got today. First off, sick Johnny Cash t-shirt. I'm super excited about this one. This one, as soon as I saw it, I was like, bang, I have to get that. Let's try it on. There it is. Nash times Cash. Awesome throwback to the tifo that we used for Johnny Cash with the Nashville SC logo blurring it out. This is awesome. I am going to be wearing this quite frequently. Super pumped to have gotten this shirt. But the main event, obviously, today was going to get the Man in Black jersey. Let's try it on. Haven't put it on yet at all. Let's see what the fit looks like. Here it is, the Man in Black kit. This is sick. I mean, look at this thing. Clean, sleek, black. The silver just gives it a little bit of flair to kind of accent it a little bit. The logo, I love this version of the logo. This is sick right here. You've got, all right, here's the Johnny Cash pieces of it. You got the Cash logo from Folsom County Prison right there. And then of course on the back, you got the Johnny Cash signature on the collar. This kit rocks. We saw the leaks a few months back. Everybody's kind of freaking out about it. I think the leaks didn't have as much of the silver highlighted as it does, so it kind of like, I know one of the criticisms was it was a little too plain, a little too black, a little too clean, but I think they added, I don't know if they added afterwards or if the leak was maybe an earlier design, but it definitely looks like there's a little bit more, especially I guess with the patches on the sleeves and such, maybe that adds a little bit more silver to it there, so super stoked about this. Can't wait for first game next Saturday, February 25th at Geodis Park, blackout night. Team's gonna wear these at home, even though they normally wear the gold jersey at home, just to highlight this, to put it on display. Big national audience for us. First game of the MLS season. We're the team against NYC FC, kicking off the entire MLS season, so huge spotlight's gonna be on that game, so time to showcase these kits. But while we were on the subject of kits, I have to say, MLS killed it this year. Since Nashville SC came into MLS, the kit game for MLS across the board has been very bland. It was like our first year in, like the new kits, everybody got that 3-stripe kit. Well, I thought it was pretty cool because it was kind of a throwback to like the early days of MLS, but it was, you know, just kind of generic across the board for everybody to kind of get that same design. The next year, once again, very generic, didn't really spice things up. You know, it's been that way. It's been, everybody's kind of got the same kind of jersey, just in their own team's colors, maybe a few outliers here and there. But this year, across the board, all the new kits that came out for MLS went for it. I don't know if it's because I didn't remember where I saw it. I saw somebody speculate that maybe it was connected to the Apple TV deal where they're moving their whole television package onto Apple TV, and Apple TV wanted it to pop, wanted it to be more vibrant, wanted it to be more of like a spectacle, and maybe that pushed more into it. Maybe they fired whoever's been designing the jerseys for the last few years and brought somebody in who's like got some creativity, because I don't think there's a single, this is hard to say because there's one that's, two that are close, but I don't think there's a single bad kit. And even the ones that aren't great, at least they tried to be creative. At least they tried to do something different and didn't just slap a plain standard Adidas jersey on. So I've gone through, I'm going to give you my official rankings of all 29 new MLS kits for this season, the 2023 season. I do want to say, the way the MLS does new kits each year is each team gets one new kit each year and it rotates. So either your home kit or your alternate kit, your primary alternate. I think they call it primary alternate. I don't think they say home and away in MLS, but your primary kit for, you know, Nashville SC is always going to be the standard gold uniform, and the alternate kit up to this season always been some kind of dark blue with gold accent kit. This is the first year they went and changed it up and did something a little different for the alternate kit. I think this, you know, is a good example of how the alternate kit is a lot easier to get creative with, a lot easier to change things up with, because your primary kit is always kind of, unless like the team just decides they want to try to rebrand or do something different, it's always going to be some kind of standard version of what you've always had. So like the Nashville SC primary kit is always going to be some kind of variation of a gold, you know, jersey with some blue accents, maybe throw a collar on it one year. Last year they just added the little kind of like a sound wave stuff going down the inseam here. So on the alternate kit, it's definitely easier to get creative and kind of step outside the box. So that kind of hinders some of the teams where it was their year to do a new primary kit. Nashville SC lucked out that this was a year for them to do the alternate kit. So we'll say that. Some of the teams that probably had their primary kit, I probably ranked a little bit lower because there wasn't as much creativity, as much change, as much vibrance as they could bring to it. But also, this is my ranking. This is just my personal preference. Everybody like looks at jerseys and has different opinions on them. So, you know, some people have will love the jersey I have last. Some people will hate the jersey I have first. So just my opinion. Here's the other thing. Each of these jersey releases came with some marketing story that was written maybe even by ChatGPT or something like that explained the history and the reasoning behind it. Even Nashville SC. But I mean, Johnny Cash, that's awesome. So I didn't read those. I just I looked at the jerseys, decided if I liked the way they looked, and this is how I ranked them. So the way I did it, first I went through and I said, okay, I grouped them by these jerseys are just okay, these jerseys are good, these jerseys are the best, and then I went through those groups and added them in numerically. Without further ado, here we go. Number 29, by default, is Montreal CF, because they've somehow screwed up the process of creating their new jersey. Something to do with they were trying to do something to honor the indigenous population of Montreal, but either, I don't know if they wrote something that wasn't appropriate, or were still trying to work out exactly what the best way to do that was, and didn't have the jersey all ready to come out in time at the same time as all the other teams are. But for now, they are the only team that does not have one new kit for the season. So default, they go to 29. 28, I kind of think this one's across the board. Most people have it pretty low, if not last, is FC Cincinnati's new jersey. And once again, I will say, they tried to get creative. They tried to do something original. They tried to do something unique with their jerseys. So credit to them for that, but I just don't think it works. The jersey itself kind of looks like what I would call a rec jersey. I don't know why, but when I just see it, it just pops rec jersey. And the thing that's supposed to be a tribute to the river going across kind of looks like a poop smear across of it. So just, once again, credit to them for trying something unique, trying something different, but it's not great. Number 2, 27, FC Dallas's jersey. It kind of looks like they didn't get the memo that we were going to do new fancy creative jerseys, and they designed a bland kind of white jersey like we've been getting for the last few years across MLS. And then at the last minute, someone went, oh hey, we were supposed to do something a little bit more creative on the jerseys this year, and they went, oh, we'll just throw some flames on there. So St. Louis, they got 2 new jerseys this year because this is their first year. Their main jersey, the pink jersey, is pretty sleek, pretty good looking, but the jersey that they kind of released as part of the league-wide launch is bad. It's a very bland, plain white jersey. Of all the teams that could have just gone for it and done something crazy outside the box, St. Louis should have been at the top of the list, because this is their first season. They don't have a history of the jersey. I mean, maybe in the lower levels, maybe they're playing from some of that, but I mean, if ever you're going to just throw a curveball and try to do something crazy with your alternate jersey, do it when you've got the first year, when you don't have any kind of established what's the traditional jersey look like. You know, they could have done some kind of crazy neon blue jersey to be the alternate to their pink jersey or something like that. But they went with like a very bland, very basic white jersey. So they come in at 26. 25, Real Salt Lake, once again, kind of bland, didn't really do much with it. Like, and I think it's their alternate jersey, so it's a jersey they probably could have got a little more creative with, but it's kind of just like a plain jersey. So there. Houston, this is one who I like the jersey, but once again, I think they're hurt by the fact that they were getting their new primary jersey this year. It's just a very basic orange jersey. It's vibrant, the color on it's really good, but it's just very, very basic once again. So 24 for them. 23, Charlotte. This looks like a warm-up top to me. There's two, I think maybe three kits on here. When I looked at it, I went, that doesn't look like a game jersey. That looks like a kit you'd warm up in. Charlotte was one of them. Then 22, just above them, another one. This one's even worse because warm-up that's actually kind of ugly is Chicago Fire. Once again, the jersey, it looks more like a warm-up jersey than a jersey you'd play in, and it's also like the design is just kind of ugly to me. So 22 there. 21, LAFC. Now this one I feel like there has to be something to the backstory or whatever the little marketing story they came up for the design of this jersey, because to me it just looks weird. Like I don't understand what they're going for on it. Like I don't even really know what to call the color of it. Like because even like they even like tinted out like the player who's wearing the color, so it looks like a toxic spill almost on the jersey. It's really weird looking to me. I don't get that one at all. That one is just like I don't know. That's one where like I bet if I read the backstory, I may be like, oh, okay, maybe that makes a little bit of sense. But just looking purely at the jersey, I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. 20, Vancouver. Just another kind of bland jersey, nothing special to it there, so it gets knocked for that. NYFC is at 19. Now, they kind of did like one of those things where they're trying to like hide the logo in the kind of pattern of the jersey, but it looks ugly and kind of obtrusive. And outside of that, it looks like every jersey they've ever had, except they added like some orange to the collar and to the accents. I don't know if that's like supposed to be like paying tribute to like their connection to the Mets, or the fact that they're like kind of working with the Mets now or playing out in near where the Mets stadium is. I should probably know more about that as an honorary New Yorker, but I do not. 18, Inter Miami. It's just okay. It's a nice black jersey. The black and pink on the shoulders works pretty well together, but overall it's not really, there's no creativity there. It's nothing special. It's nothing new, nothing different for that one, but it's a good jersey. It's one, you know, I'd see and would look at it and go, that's a good looking jersey. I like the look of that. Number 17, Minnesota United. I like this jersey. I don't like that it's like half design, half white. I feel like if the design at the top was the full jersey and not like the fading into the white at the bottom, I get that it's kind of like, you know, fading down, the northern lights, fading down into like the snowy whatever, but I feel like I'd like it better if it was just the whole jersey was the design at the top. So probably would have ranked higher if that had been the case there. 16, Colorado. This is one where it was like borderline bland, but you could tell they were trying to do something, so I give them credit for that. So Colorado gets 16. 15, San Jose Earthquakes. I think San Jose is probably traditionally one of my least favorite kits, like in the history of MLS, just like the long-term blue, white sleeves. Charlotte seems to have taken that away from them now. But I like that this kit kind of is like an homage to the kits they've always had, but tries to be newer and more unique, and it just looks better than all their kits in the past of their history. So I like it a lot better. They've been one of my least favorite kits ever in MLS history before this season, and this one kind of looks good. I think it's moving in the right direction. Orlando 14, another one. It's their primary kit, so there's only so much they could do with it, but I like the way they use the gold to kind of accent stuff. Very clean, bright purple looking jersey, because it's purple. I don't purple looking jersey, that doesn't make much sense, but got them at 14. 13, New York Red Bulls. I like the jersey. It's a unique color, unique spin on what they do there. Don't really have a whole lot to say about that one. It's one of those where you just look at it and go, I like that jersey. Number 12, Portland. This is one, like, that green they have is just borderline the best color in the MLS. Like, it's just almost a cheat code for them that whatever jersey they have in that color is always going to look good. It's always going to pop. It's always going to jump right to the top of, like, clean, cool-looking jerseys. So Portland gets number 12 spot. Number 11, I've got Sporting KC. I saw some people, like, from even within their fan base who necessarily didn't like this jersey. They don't like kind of like the SKC is kind of trying to, it seems like they're trying to brand the hoop look like or whatever, but I like it. I think it's like, you know, when I think of SKC, that's kind of the jersey I kind of think of, and I like this one. It looks like a sleeker version of some of their ones where they had like too many hoops, too many stripes going around. I like the kind of limiting the hoops a little bit, kind of make it a little bit, I feel like I said clean like 100 times in this video, but whatever. Sporting KC, number 11. Number 10, this one's been a little bit polarizing. I've seen people who love it. I've seen people who hate it. I've got Austin at number 10. I like it. I mean, it fits kind of their brand. It fits the kind of jerseys they've had so far. They took their primary jersey and did something a little different with it, found a way to make it look a little bit different, a little more unique. I've seen people compare it to a QR code. I've seen people compare it to like something that might give you an epileptic seizure, but like, I look at it, I like it. If I was an Austin fan, I'd be pretty happy to be able to go out and buy that kit. Number 9, Toronto FC. This is like one of those kits where it's like, it's not their traditional red jersey, obviously, but the second you see it, for whatever reason, like I immediately like, that's a Toronto jersey. I don't know why, and that gives it extra points for me. The fact that it's different, that it's unique from their standard red jersey, but the second you see it, you still know that's a Toronto FC jersey. Number 8, LA Galaxy. I feel like this is a throwback to like a jersey they wore in the early days of MLS. I could be completely wrong about that, but it definitely has like a cool like vibe. It kind of reminds me of like the Senegalese teams where you just like, they're fun to watch, and just that jersey just reminds you how much fun and entertaining fun soccer can be to watch. So they get credit for like that. Maybe it's stolen valor, stealing from like the Senegalese team or something like that. But I also think, like I said, it reminds me like maybe there was a Galaxy jersey that was kind of that same color scheme at some point in time. Probably should know that, but I don't. That just was, once again, this was all just look at the jersey. Do I like it? Yes or no? Number 7, Philadelphia Union. This is one where they, went very different, very unique, and I love it. I like it. The blue, the gold, they work really well together. The kind of camo look to it works really well. Not much else to say there. It's a really, nice looking jersey. Number 7. Number 6, Columbus Crew. Once again, obviously as somebody who's rocking a black jersey this season, that's maybe not necessarily the easiest thing to make work, because, some people say, oh, it's just a plain black jersey. But I think much like Nashville SC, I think Columbus's jersey this year finds a way to elevate just what could otherwise be a plain black jersey and make it really cool, really sleek looking. Columbus was kind of my team before we got Nashville SC, so like I had a long history of like liking their look, liking their jerseys, which is kind of fitting to Nashville SC in a lot of ways. It's kind of somewhat taken a little bit maybe from Columbus in that regard, but I mean, got a Frankie Haydock jersey in my closet that could easily be a Nashville SC jersey, but I like it. It's a black jersey that finds a way to make a black jersey look really cool, much like this one. So I got Crew at number 6. DC United, I got DC United at number 5, the kind of like pink flowery look just on top of what otherwise would be a normal white kit. Looks good, looks fitting, it's kind of cool for that area, that's something they're known for there. So bright, vibrant kit, definitely one I would rock if I was a DC fan, so I got that at 5. Number 4, I got Atlanta United. Now this is probably the one where, I don't know why, I can't even put my finger on it, but a team took their primary jersey, didn't really do anything crazy outside the box with it. It's as an Atlanta United jersey as an Atlanta United jersey could be, but when I saw it, I was just like, that's fire. They got that completely right. I don't know if they just cleaned up the stripes, made it just more crisp. I honestly can't put my finger on exactly what they did, but it's the best jersey they've had probably since they've been in the league, I would say, and I've got it at number 4. Number 3, this one might be a little outside the box for me. For other people, like I've seen it low on other people's lists, but for me, I like, once again, this is just sight. I saw it, I liked it, I thought it was a really cool looking jersey. New England Revolution. It's white, just got a little bit of red flair to it. It doesn't like overly like try to like splash it up. It kind of keeps it a little bit clean, but adds just enough flair to make it a cool, kind of traditional, cool looking kit. Love it. It's going to be sad to see Dave Romney rocking it this season, unfortunately. Number 2, you probably already know where we're going with this at this point in time if you're following along. I got the Seattle Sounders uniform. Nobody went more like outside the box and crazy and just where did they even get the idea to do this than Seattle. They have a red Bruce Lee themed jersey. Once again, I didn't read the backstories on these, so I don't know if like Bruce Lee has some secret, mystical, historical connection to the city of Seattle, or if they just went, hey, Bruce Lee's cool, let's make a Bruce Lee jersey. But it's awesome. It's like red, pops a little bit, like it's so different from like the traditional kind of like weird lime, not weird, but like limeish, neonish green Sounders colors. That it's perfect, but like, I don't know. So it's the only other jersey that I would like be borderline tempted to buy from the rest of the league, you know, because I'm not going to buy another team's jersey, but that's the one that I'm the closest to, like, if I was gonna, it might be that one. But across the board, if we didn't have a team here in Nashville, I would have bought like 12 of these jerseys this year. Once again, MLS, Adidas knocked it out of the park this season with the new kit designs this year. And of course, that takes us to number one. No surprise, tons of bias here. Hate me if you will, I can't help it, I'm biased. This jersey is just sick. I cannot wait to see Nashville SC rock it next week at the home opener. It's the number one jersey of the 2023 kit launch for MLS. It's going to be beautiful to see it in action next Saturday, February 25th, Nashville SC versus New York City FC at Geodis Park. We're going to be there live. There will be a vlog. You don't want to miss it. So you got to subscribe to the channel with the bell turned on for notification. We're going to be at Geodis Park even before that. Tomorrow, I am going to Geodis Park for the She Believes Cup. We got 2 huge women's international matches. The first time national teams are playing at Geodis Park. A huge moment, a huge thing. You know, we got to go. We got to show out. We got to remind U.S. Soccer what a great venue, what a great city Nashville can be. Get more stuff to come to Geodis Park. I think we didn't get much last year because I think it was new. They didn't want to bring stuff in while all the infrastructure and stuff was kind of developing up around it. But now they're starting to get more comfortable with that. We got the She Believes Cup. There's, I think, 2 concerts that have already been announced for coming to Geodis Park this year. Pink and Shania Twain, I think. So it's a growing venue. It's getting more stuff coming to it. It's awesome. We're going to be there for all of it. Okay, not all of it. I'm probably not going to go to the Shania Twain or Pink concert. But we'll be there for the She Believes Cup. We'll be there for the home opener next week. Some point between now and next Saturday, I will do my season preview for Nashville SC, breaking down not only what I expect to see on the field, but some of, you know, my thoughts on what's gone on off the field with Nashville SC. Because, you know, with any team, there's a lot of banter, there's a lot of positives, there's a lot of negatives. I'll share all my thoughts on all of that at some point in time. So I'll probably do it as a live stream, so the only way you'll be sure to be able to see that and jump in and comment and share your thoughts with me if you're able to watch it is to subscribe to the channel with the bell turned on for notifications, because that'll alert you when I go live. That'll alert you anytime I post a vlog, all that good stuff. The channel rolls on. Glory Music City. Come on, you boys in black.